doing your stuff, and if you were to hit... All right, here's another little one. It's a nice little quick clip on making sure that your practice is efficient. Remember, practicing without feedback is just exercise, and I'm sure you don't want to be wasting your time out there hitting balls in the range, not getting any better. So this one is super simple. We've all seen this one before, seen Bryson do a club on it. It's been around for as long as ever. Just using a couple tees or a couple golf balls or a couple head covers, whatever, just to really give you feedback on your strike location, especially if you're hitting toe strikes, or like this guy in particular was hitting some shanks. So just giving some feedback on where he's hitting the golf ball, so you can have practice swings, you can hit golf balls or whatever, and you consistently making sure you're training yourself, your hands, your eyes, your body, to find the middle of the face. I mean, ironically, when I'm trying to show him, I stuff it up the first couple times myself, but it's a bloody good drill, and one we should all be practicing more and more and more of, because there's nothing wrong with hitting the middle of the club face, right? Enjoy. Any value, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And Chief, strike location. Very easy way to practice it. Can be just grab a couple tees, or probably even better, use a couple balls. Although, in saying that, when you do use balls for this, sometimes the balls do go flying in scary objects. So we'll use tees. And all you want to do is put your club on the ground. This has been around for as old as the hills. Club on the ground, and give yourself more than enough space to fit a club head in there, right? Enough that if you were to hit the ball not out of the middle of the face, so if you were to hit a hosel, you'd hit that outside tee. Now, from where you're standing right now, it probably looks like there is more than enough space. When you get this side of it, this is very scary. Yep. But then you just want to be able to do that. At this point, I'd put the ball right in the middle of it, and then you can even have practice swings, just getting used to it, just starting in there, just making your swing move, doing your stuff, and if you were to hit that, that would be more of a toe strike. Good. So your tendency has been heel strike. So you would have some feedback.
I tend to line the ball up on the toe.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys that if they have heel strike players, a lot of them will end up doing it where they do set up, and because they're worried about hitting out of the heel, they set it up off the toe. And the more they set it up off the toe, the more they hit it out of the heel. You're putting. If you hit a couple shanks, and the first move you do is you move it towards the toe, it's like a short-term fix, but you're effectively putting gasoline on the fire at that point. If anything, you'd be better off actually moving it more towards the heel and working your way from heel to the middle as opposed to. But yeah, it's a very good way when you're hitting balls just to have some feedback as to strike location. You still keep doing everything else you're working on. Oh, there you go. This is bloody hard. But you're going to have some feedback as to actually catching it there. And you can with tolerance, there's been some trainers out there, like Eyeline Golf made a trainer, and you can make that gap as big as small as you want. Clearly, I need to work on it too. But you can make that gap as big and as small as you want, and it will help you refine your strike location because you'll have feedback. And practice without feedback is just exercise. Yep. And you want to make as much feedback as possible.
Well, yeah, I think all the grounds we're going to have got grass ranges, I think. So
perfect, yeah. Then you can just use your tees. Yeah, and then like I said, golf balls are great, and then you can just manage it so you have some space so that you can at least consciously be able to find the gap in the middle there. It's going to be challenging at first, and you'll find that for you personally, you'll crack the outside ball a shitload. Yeah. But it will give you feedback, and then you can even have practice swings at home on the lawn where you're just standing there having your practice swings at home on the lawn, and you can just be swinging through that gap so that every time you're training a very good, consistent path. Yep. Won't be easy though, no. But it'll be feedback, and it'll help you better.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Try it right now.